Welcome back. We are gonna do a fun My Husband Watches today. We are gonna do a Denzel Washington movie, and I think it's a little lesser known, but it's one of my favorite movies. I always get emotional during this movie. Those of you that have seen it know what I'm talking about. But I also think that this is one of Denzel Washington's best films because it is so emotional. Denzel Washington, James Woods, Anne Heche, rest in peace. So there's a lot of good people in this movie, and I think this is just a very unique film on its own. I'm really excited. What are your thoughts going into it?
So I did read the summary. Jen kind of got upset that I did, but it was right there. I'll just tell you what it says. When an insurance company will not pay for his son's heart transplant, a man takes the hospital's emergency room hostage until doctors perform the operation. So for those of you that don't know, Jen and I used to work in hospital finance, and I have a very, very low opinion of health insurance companies in general. I think they're the most egregiously evil thing that we have normalized in our society. Some of the things that they're allowed to do legally is abysmal, and I'm not super political on the channel, but that's one that, because I have the back end information from it, I feel very strongly about. I hate them. I think they're so just detestable. They make me physically vomit. Some of the things that we've had to deal with, Jen and I both, when we worked at the hospital, they're so evil. It is not even funny. So this is a case where I'm not saying I would do this, but like I get it. You know what I mean? Love Denzel Washington. I'm so stoked for this. Anything that makes health insurance companies look bad, let's do it. Like, my son's life on the line, and there's somebody who is sitting behind a desk at Blue Cross or Cigna or whatever other garbage health insurance company, who's not a doctor, not qualified, who's overriding what the doctor says my child needs and is hitting denied. No, you're gonna save my child's life. So I get this, I get the motivation. Again, not saying it's right technically, but like I get it. Was that a lot? Was that too much?
This is the first time I'm gonna venture out and say that I know Holden is gonna like this movie for so many reasons, but because he's a new dad and everything that he mentioned, I just know that this is gonna be up his alley. Oh, we have to do one thing before we get started, and that's the comment of the day. Okay, so this is from Stephen Bolstridge. Denzel Washington is one of my favorite actors. I own a lot of his movies. This is one that really shows his acting range. You should watch Fallen. It's my favorite movie of his. I have not heard of Fallen, but I love Denzel, so I would definitely watch any movie of his. So we are gonna go ahead and get started. John Q.
This may not be the video for people who don't want to hear me rage about stuff. I feel very strongly about this. There were several cases that we had at the hospital, like some involving like kids and insurance companies, and just like, it makes me like want to cry, like honestly, and how we just like allow some of the horrible things. Worst place ever to merge, where they go around.
Definitely should not be passing.
Well, that truck is going pretty slow though. You had plenty of time. You could have gotten around all that 15 times over. Oh! Gosh.
That's my car. Come on. Yeah, try paying your bill.
Go inside, Fred.
See, I'm trying to find a second job, baby.
What do you want me to say? You want me to say it's fine?
Mr. Olympia, 2-year running.
Going on isn't breakfast.
It's a continental breakfast.
Well, we're not on a continent, right?
What do you call North America?
Enough.
Oh, I like this kid.
Let's go to you.
We gotta watch Book of Eli with Denzel.
How about you, Mom?
Oh.
Come on, baby.
No, you just laugh at me.
Come on, Mommy.
It's like you when I try to get you to do accents.
Because I'm terrible at them.
You're good at them. I love them.
Come get this woman, please.
What? It's no good.
That's a really great scene too. That's like, I feel like that would be hard to screenwrite to convey the tone you're trying to get.
They do a really good job at showing like this family is still happy.
They're priming me to be angry.
We're a family. We got.
Oh, you see?
Bye, Mike.
Not goodbye. See you later.
All right, see you later.
I literally said this to Savannah today.
Yeah, baby.
Blinding wheel. You take my blinding wheel. I do, don't I? You do. Yeah, I have sex appeal.
50.
Also you.
It's the Social Security office.
Decide that we'll keep your application on file until they tell you you're overqualified.
Anything you want, I can do.
You may be overqualified,
We'll keep your application on file.
That doesn't make logical sense.
And they're a church-going family, too. And they like baseball. I like baseball.
Come on, Mikey, let's go, baby. Let's go, son.
Come on, Mikey.
Elbow up. Run.
Oh. Don't do that to me. Yeah.
Hi.
Is he seizing? I'm gonna get emotional with this movie. I don't know if I can handle this, to be honest with you.
All right, come with me.
I recognize that guy. He was in a movie called Up, Up, and Away on Disney Channel.
Come on, Mama, and open your eyes.
It'll be all right, isn't he?
Come on, wake up. Here's your mama.
Pulse is 150, pulse ox 78%, BP 68 over 34.
What is it?
That's low.
You need to fill out the proper forms.
What kind of form?
Where is he? Is he okay?
Your insurance card. I'll need to make a copy for our files.
Hey, sweetheart. I can't talk.
Okay, don't worry about it. Just get your rest, okay, buddy?
We'd like this top number to stay above 90. 70 and below, he's in heart failure.
How's our boy doing?
Please sit down.
Got these suits in here.
There are septal defects. Here,
Why would this not have been caught early?
Michael's heart is approximately 3 times larger than normal size.
So was the Grinch, and he was fine.
I didn't understand what you said. Could you
Not
put that in
the
layman terms?
appropriate time.
We're considerably beyond corrective surgery, Mr. and Mrs.
I'm sorry.
Mike's heart is useless. He's going to need a transplant or he's going to die.
Wait a second, there are other options.
What options?
Here we go.
Medicate him. Make him feel it.
Get out of here.
You're gonna have to start thinking about quality of life.
Get out of my face with that.
He will sleep more and more until one day he will fall asleep and he won't wake up.
You might want to make it a happy time. Say goodbye. Transplantation is a high-risk operation. You could lose your son on that table.
Oh, I mean, take the chance and he'll die, or he'll die anyway.
If he was your son, what would you do?
I'd do the transplant, absolutely.
Okay.
His name should go right to the top of the list.
It's not so simple. There are other considerations before a prospective recipient can be placed.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
I just...
You got insurance. I mean, major medical, he's covered.
There are no provisions in your policy for a procedure of this magnitude.
Oh, no.
Okay, I can see here that you don't own your home. You have no stocks, no bonds, no
A
investment.
lot of them, most people don't.
In the meantime, I'm afraid we're going to have to treat this as a cash account.
I'm sorry.
Looking at a minimum of $250,000. We require a down payment before we can put a patient's name
Oh,
on a receipt.
are you kidding me?
$75,000.
$75,000
To even just be put on the list?
to put my son's
Our
name
son
on
is...
it.
Yeah.
It costs money to provide health care. You're going to have to guarantee payment before I can put your son's name on the list. Trust me,
It makes me so... This is not even like far off from reality.
Transplantation is always considered an elective procedure. Believe me, you're in the right place.
An elective procedure? Isn't elective by definition not necessary?
Yeah, we've recently switched carriers from a PPO to an H.
Oh, get out of here with this.
Non-management part-time employees.
That's right. He was part-time.
I'm full-time. It's just slow right now.
Sure.
You switch carriers. Now you're telling me that I'm not fully covered?
Look, you can file an appeal.
No, come on, guys.
There you go.
Yes, ma'am. I need to speak to somebody in financial aid. No, I don't want to hold.
This would have been us, like calling financial aid for us. That's what we did. People who couldn't afford their bills, we tried to get them coverage.
Online, window 15.
I hate it.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? I don't need you to be sorry. I need you to help me.
An appeal is for an already existing claim. What you needed to file was agreed.
This woman makes me want to vomit.
I know you don't.
I feel sick to my stomach. Sorry.
What I need is my son's name on that list.
Selling a fridge?
This is just heartbreaking.
This makes
the fact
me so
that they're
mad.
selling every single thing that they can.
At least they don't show Christians in a horrible light. Oh. I honestly don't know if I can like emotionally handle this. It's everything that I hate and love at once.
God of mercy.
Oh, I can't.
We was thinking you can do one of them special interest pieces you do.
I think what's happening to your son is outrageous, and I want to help him. But I got to run this by my producers.
Come on, it's a diamond ring. All right, $90. Give me 90 then.
The heart pressure thing being like this gauge is a good little touch.
And they are releasing Mike
this morning.
All right, baby, wait a minute, hold on. No,
They can't do that.
baby. I told
He
you
has
the
to be
hospital.
stable.
You need to do something. Do you hear me?
He's gonna do something. Yeah, you can't just release a patient. Normally, you wouldn't be able to release a patient like that. You could not elect to give them that
Right.
surgery, but you can't just like, oh, you're dying. There you go.
They're kind of glossing over some options that they would have had in real life, I think.
Well, Illinois is different too, because you know Alabama's Medicaid
is
non-existent. Trash. Yeah. I feel like that would be a story. This hospital released a minor with heart failure.
I can do this. I can pay. I swear to God. I give you my word as a man. Please.
I've done everything I can do. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I'm not asking you.
I love it. That's right, he is, Denzel. We ain't playing anymore. The Nutty Professor. I tried to be peaceful.
Don't even think about it. Okay.
He didn't stop playing.
He's sloppy. This is.
Give me a gun.
Oh, he's been in a lot of stuff too.
He's lost a ton of weight.
That's right. I almost didn't recognize him.
Son, shut up.
Put on the brakes and think about it.
What are they going to do? Send me to jail?
I'm taking your advice. I'm not taking no for an answer. Back up.
I'm taking your advice.
Got a gun! What are you doing? Get back over there. Sit on your head. Don't anybody move.
He lost a bunch of that staff though.
Trying to get my goddamn finger sewn back on.
Eddie Griffin.
To do with this, you have got to let them go.
You're a doctor. Why don't you treat him? Start with him. What's the matter, doctor?
I got a pregnant wife here.
Okay, all right.
It's not the smoothest situation.
Free health care for everybody. How's that?
Oh, righteous, man.
He's lost so much weight.
Yeah.
Probably nothing. Metro General. This is Denzel.
I understand that it's an emergency, man, but have you tried Mount Angel? Which way are you coming from?
You need to do something, Steve.
Steve.
No, she's having a baby. Just hang on for a second.
Got more than he bargained for.
I don't know anything. It's my first day.
Oh. I mean, the police got to be on the way. There's other people escaped.
No, we got a gunshot victim out here. He's lost a lot of blood. Let's go. Leave him right there. Just leave. Just beat. Go, go, go!
Maybe y'all should be like, actually, we will take him to another hospital.
I gave them all the money and the register.
Ugh.
It's like riding a bike, doctor. Just pretend you're getting paid.
Hey, I can't do this.
The man is dying. Just help him.
I'd like to help him. I haven't done
Do
this.
it.
75 milligrams Demerol IV, lidocaine 2% local. Let's go.
There it comes. Yeah, I've been waiting for it. The man's 5 stars in GTA. There he is. He's just walking around with a gun.
Surrounded. There's no way in or out. So if you hear me, I advise you to respond.
Is anybody hurt?
It's an emergency room. Everybody's hurt. Fine. I want my kid's name on the donors list.
I got 2 boys myself, John.
Hey.
Yeah, come on.
Don't
Come on.
Frank, you understand me? I don't
Come
want to
on.
handle this.
Yeah, call me Frank, all that stuff. Come on.
I'm going to take it any way I can get it.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Already in it now.
What do you want, boy or girl?
It doesn't matter to me, man, as long as my kid's healthy. Listen, I didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
We call this.
What are you laughing at?
Somebody get his fool Band-Aid.
Mercedes didn't make passenger side airbags till 1988.
Is you from the Slapperho tribe? You like to beat on that young lady right there, and everybody here knows.
Slapaho tribe.
I was drunk, all right?
Oh, that makes it okay, I guess.
He's gonna make it.
I didn't know if I should let him in or not.
With the wrestler he likes.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay?
Gonna close those blinds, guys. It's Ray Liotta. He died recently too, didn't he?
Yeah. They died like a few months apart.
Heavy artillery, isn't it? Maybe.
You know what I don't understand is why they never found it, the doctors. My son has had clean...
That's what I'm saying.
He might not have been tested thoroughly enough.
Why not?
I mean, HMOs pay their doctors not to test. It's their way of keeping costs down.
You telling me that these doctors may have known what was wrong with my son and they could have treated him all along?
That promise, what do they call it?
It's called the Hippocratic Oath.
I solemnly swear to take care of the sick, damn near dying, unless they ain't got major medical.
That's it.
It's funny, but it's not. There's also ways around those laws. The only thing we have to do is stabilize them, and after that, we're off the hook, and you know it. Get a Band-Aid, a foot in the ass, and you're out the door.
Shut up. Enough already.
And I do feel kind of bad because they are putting this one doctor as a representative. I feel like how corrupt they all are. When really it's kind of case by case. You do have some that really do care, and some that, they're just there to because.
What's going on with
Would you say that's fair?
Yeah.
I want you to let some of them go.
Why?
I do for you, you do for me. Show some good faith.
What are you doing for me?
I'll do for you when you start
Yeah.
for me.
Enhance.
Archibald, he has a son here in ICU.
You got 1 hour. You got till 5:15. You understand, Frank?
Please let my husband come with
Baby,
me.
no, I need you to get out of here, okay?
I'll go. I'm free.
Steve, baby, no.
You guys never watched Survivor. You gotta keep the one you want to sacrifice at the end.
All right, just relax.
Oh! Oh! It's like, I'm so high, I don't feel it.
Shoot her right in the face! Get up! Get the gun! Are you crazy?
Got another one for you, Doc.
Stupid bitch!
You're an asshole!
I feel that.
Oh, okay.
All that ass and muscles to go.
Come here.
Letting some hostages go. Don't shoot. If a man known as John Q get a heart for his little boy, only time will tell.
Is that the guy they went to?
Yeah.
Very good, man. The gunman?
People get sick, they die. That's the way it
Oh my gosh. People die every day, but there's still preventable situations too.
How's it gonna end, John? What's your move?
I'm waiting on a miracle, okay?
Oh, I see.
Has he spent any time in the military or?
You're trying to get me to say something that you can use against my husband. You cannot use me to build a case against
Good for
my
you.
husband.
Mrs. Archibald.
And you don't talk to me.
Throw in the C word at the end of every sentence.
Tell you what I think of you, but I'm a Christian woman.
I've decided to put Michael's name on the recipient list. The hospital will pay for everything.
For a minute, I actually believed you cared.
The SWAT team has arrived and the situation is becoming very tense.
There's a lot of people out there, Tuck. A lot of people here who don't got 250 grand in their billfold.
We're sending one of our guys in through the air duct. We got a clear shot.
Is that right?
Yes, Lieutenant, that is right.
Worse than that, Chief. It's Father Time.
Father Time. That was better.
You're going behind my back! What do you want from me, Frank? What do you want? Look at the clock. It's an election year. It's just bad. However it goes down, Frank, what about the hostages, the human beings? Better keep their heads down.
Great.
What is that?
The air conditioning just turned off.
Silent as a ninja.
I just got unscrambled the police encryption. We're almost there.
Okay, well, hurry it up.
Yeah, come on, man.
Mikey's name is on the list, baby. You did it.
You know how I know this would be different with you? You'd want that verification. Give me the confirmation number. Oh, they're reading the dialogue. This is going to be a PR nightmare for them if they kill him while they're having this conversation, though, too.
Video's online.
You are a genius. You are
I gotta get the
beautiful.
monitor.
How are you?
Oh, I'm telling you, how am I? I'm good. I'll give you a new one that's gonna make you real strong.
Oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Without you, there is no world.
I'm your command.
You know I love you, don't you?
No, she has a heart after all.
Take the shot.
You on TV, man? Channel 8.
Grab shot.
Oh.
Woo!
He's down. We got it.
Yeah, but what about the...
The guy's tying him up. They're healing him. That's great.
Go see what he wants.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, I'm faxing you all this stuff right now.
She's actually putting him on the list now.
Nobody wants to kill me.
No.
Nobody.
No.
None of these guys. What is this?
Put the gun down, John.
You're not hearing me, Frank. When people are sick, they deserve a little help. Yeah.
Yeah!
I'm not gonna bury my son.
That's right.
My son is gonna bury me.
That's right.
Nobody cares, John. That's the real truth.
I want my son inside with me.
No, listen to me.
Without a new heart,
He's not gonna make it.
You take mine.
What?
You heard me. You bet I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
I mean, he's...
Physically, you can't do this.
Yes, I can. I killed myself.
There are too many unknowns. Matching a donor and a recipient is extremely complicated.
Come on, I know all about compatibility,
No.
okay? We're both B positive. His heart's 3 times the size, so mine will fit.
I think it's so brave.
It's brave, Mike.
I'm his father. It's my job to protect him. Besides,
That's right.
he's a good kid. He loves bodybuilding. And he's funny. You'd like him. You'd like him, Doc, if you got to know him. Maybe you guys haven't figured that out by now. I'll do whatever I gotta do for him to live. Let's just see what happens. Somebody's gotta die in order for him to live. I'm his father, it's me.
I'll do it if that's what you want.
You serious? You're gonna let him kill
Once
himself?
he's dead, why not?
If you do this, you're finished. You know that, right?
What are they gonna do, sue me? Disbar me? If there's a heart available, then we're not gonna let it go to waste. Doctor, Mr. McGuire?
Yeah, what would be the ramifications in this situation for the doctor?
Probably exactly what he said.
You think so?
Yeah.
But like, let's say like Denzel
He violated procedure.
given that the boy was going to die unless he took his father, which he had every reason to think
Yeah,
he'd
but
be
they
a match.
still have protocol when it comes to that. You can't just take a heart out of somebody. Playing devil's advocate.
No,
I'm not saying
I hear
that, like,
ya.
I don't think he would be in any legal trouble, but I think that he would lose his license for sure.
I mean, he could spend that, like, I saved the boy's life, you know, and after being as a hostage, you know, I don't know.
Female donor,
Female
26 years old.
Heart is good. Blood type.
B positive. As in, I'd be positive he's getting a new heart.
This is my...
You're just gonna go in there and you're gonna off yourself?
One thing will stop me if Mitch is B positive.
No.
You always listen to your mother. She's your best friend. Tell her you love her every day. You're too young for girls right now, but there's gonna come a time. Treat them like princesses. When you say you're gonna do something, when you say you're gonna do something, you do it. Be kind to people. I'm always with you. I love you, son.
This is tough, sweetie. This is tough.
I know.
I'll see you later.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
Yeah, it hasn't been loaded this whole time.
Tell me that gun was empty the whole time?
Yeah.
You got a match. Be positive. Michael William Archibald.
We have some very good news for you.
Safety's on.
Oh, I can't with this.
Just landed at O'Hara. The helicopter's gonna be here in 15 minutes.
John! Please, baby, pick up. John, can you...
John!
Is this gonna be like Shakespearean tragedy?
Who's to say?
What an unbelievable ending to this incredible tumult.
I can't tell if that was a gunshot or if it was a dramatic sting.
Yes, the hostages are coming out. It's Joint Q. Joint Q has come out.
That's the other guy.
And it appears to be over.
Oh, thank God. That was a good little suspense there.
Would you do that? Take your time.
That's absolutely insane. They can just reuse a heart.
Yeah, that's wild.
Vigilante or heroic father? You decide.
To sue the pants off him.
We are the ones who don't want our taxes raised. You have to look in the mirror for this problem.
Attempted murder, not guilty. Armed criminal action, not guilty.
Yeah, I mean...
Kidnapping and false imprisonment.
Definitely.
We find the defendant...
Definitely guilty on that one.
Guilty.
Yeah. I mean, even if he dodged those other two, I mean,
So what are we looking at?
So I'll try and get it down to 2.
all that, getting, you know, maybe down to 2 years, and your son lives.
Yeah.
Take good care of your mother, okay? Jimmy and Gina will be here for you, too.
I've been trying to place that guy. He's not Timon. He's one of the guys in Home Alone 3.
Friggin' hell, Johnny, don't worry about nothing.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
It's not goodbye, son.
See you later.
Hey, John! You my hero.
So the director's daughter actually has a heart condition.
Oh.
So that's why it says for Sasha.
Wow.
It's his daughter.
Whew. That was a tough one.
All right, so we just finished John Q. I want to get your take on it before I give my reaction.
This was a tough watch, and Denzel obviously hit it out of the park. I loved it, and the fact that he did like everything that he was supposed to do, kind of by the book. There were a couple parts that Jen and I were like, I'm not sure they're actually allowed to do that with the whole stabilizing the child and basically sending him home to die at home. I don't think that you could really do that. From the administrative lady to the health insurance company themselves and him working and being insured. That's the other thing. Even if you're not insured, you can still be underinsured, which many, many people are. So sometimes they'll fudge numbers, be like, look at how many people are insured, when really instances like this are very, very common. And then him going so far as to like kill himself. I didn't see that coming initially, but it ended up tracking. It made absolute sense. Like, I get it. So overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought that this was great. Point out too that they talked about like the national health insurance, because America is like the only first world nation that doesn't have universal health care, when really it's not just holding insurance companies accountable, it's also holding hospitals accountable for extortion. I mean, I'll just be honest with you, charging $35 for a Band-Aid. The answer isn't just tax everybody to pay for it, it's also why is the bill so high to begin with. So it's a two-tier problem. And they tackled it a little bit in this, but that's one thing that people kind of forget too. You can't just pay more and unlimited money. We also need to hold hospitals accountable for extortion. It's very easy to, be on John Q's side, which I am. Everyone's cheering for him in the end, and I'm right there with him. You can't help but also see like your own child, and since Jen and I just had a baby, my first biological child, it's hard for me to, I could see myself doing this, like if it came down to it. And everything where he's like, I will kill myself if that meant saving my son, it's like, yeah, I understand. I totally understand. And I think most parents, most people probably could understand that too. Anyway, so I thought this was a great watch.
I knew you were gonna like it. Denzel was absolutely made for this role. To play devil's advocate, the administrator, Anne Heche, she states it costs money to provide health care. And that's true to an extent. But obviously, I'm a firm believer that everybody deserves just general health care, it's just a human right. Me and Holden have been on the other end of it as far as seeing these patients come through that don't have coverage. And I think John Q in particular, they kind of fit in that gray area that we have where, they may not make enough to qualify for like assistance, but they don't have enough to pay. That made it even more complicated. Also, him going to his employer and being like, I've been paying into this policy and you guys aren't gonna cover, and just all these like little things that happen under the radar that makes it more complicated, that happen all the time these days, that they switched carriers and he wasn't notified of it. The fact that he went from full-time was cut down to part-time, stuff like that makes it even worse, because Holden made a very good point. John did everything right. He worked as hard as he could. He wanted to work more. He wanted a second job, didn't get the second job. I honestly think that John was like a good guy, trying to do the right thing, and he was just pushed to the point where it's like, I am not willing to sacrifice my son's life because you're telling me money is more important. And that's just the way it is. I'm not condoning people that do this at all. I'm glad that at the end of the movie he did get a
slap on the wrist.
Something. Do I think that realistically he should be held accountable for all of those charges? Maybe. I don't want to glorify it, but you have to admit he did everything right, and he is pretty much all of us. Really emotional movie. It was very hard to watch a lot of scenes. In particular, the scenes with him and his son. The emotion that Denzel brought to the movie, I thought was just a perfect touch. So I think this movie has all the qualities of a fantastic film, a lot of great casting too. James Woods, he was great. You know, in the beginning of the movie, you're like, this guy's a schmuck, and you really hate him. And then as time goes on, you can see that he's starting to understand emotion-wise and just the system in general. I really love this film. I'm glad that you loved it. What would you rate it?
You're right, healthcare isn't free. But as John even pointed out to the doctor, this hospital does 300 surgeries, heart transplants a year, 250,000 pop, that's $75 million. Can you just do this one for me? Not only for free, I will pay it. I will work the rest of my life paying it off. So I agree with the administrator that healthcare isn't free. And I think that it is kind of la la land to think that, well, everybody can just be treated and whatever. You do need to be paid for it, obviously. But again, the extortion of it, and if you have the ability to help someone or to take care of them, if it's within your purview, you ought to do it. Which is why, like at the end, where he's like, I'm already gonna be dead, and my son needs a heart transplant. I get that, you know, it's horrible, but you have the power, you can do it, and there's a fresh heart here. And so we get caught up in the whole like, well, I could be disbarred and all this, like these technicalities. You have the ability to take care of, to heal this child. Do it, you know? I did like how James Woods' doctor kind of came around. Again, he kind of was this caricature of just like all doctors are this sort of really only interested money grubbing type of thing. In Doctor Strange, actually, that's sort of how they portrayed Benedict Cumberbatch as well. When in my experience, there are doctors that are like sincere. I just want to help, obviously. And others that are like that. So it's really kind of a case by case, such as humanity, human nature. And then all the scenes with his son where he's trying to just give him all this fatherly wisdom at once, you know? And he's like, you know, your word is your bond. When you say you're going to do something, do it. I say that all the time. And try to instill that into your children. It really gets me too. And he's, you know, take care of your mom. She's your best friend. You're too young now, but there'll be a time where you're gonna want girls, you treat them well. You know, all that stuff that's supposed to come later, and he's like, this is the last chance. They did obviously have the elements of faith. I noticed that a lot in Denzel's movies, where he's like, you know, we need a miracle. He goes to like his church and they give him money for it. You know, I love that. Usually, religiosity is viewed really, really negatively, almost maliciously, but I'm glad that it was just brief. They didn't focus on it. He goes to the church and the church helped him out, gave him some money. They say, there's a miracle, we have a heart, you know, and then the gun, you know, didn't work. The safety was on to give him that little extra time. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I'd probably give this movie probably a 9 out of 10.
Good, I knew it was gonna be up there. For me, I think the message is that a life should absolutely 100% come before any financial aspect. I thought this was just like a good emotional watch. Every now and then you need just like a good emotional movie, and I think this could hit home to a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. So I'm gonna rate it a 10.
10 out of 10, all right.
But that's it. That's just our ratings. Let us know what you think of this movie, or even if you've seen it, because I know it's a lesser known Denzel movie. But if you haven't watched it, you have to watch it in full because it's fantastic. But that's it for now. We'll see you guys next time.